How's it going, everybody? And today I've got a special little video for Forza Horizon. It's a SP farm, and so I've got two of them to show. And using these, it'll help you do whatever you want. You know, get those skill points for a car you're working on, or the conversion from skill points to credits for those who know how to do it. And I'll show a little bit of how to do that after. But yeah, let's get right into this. So to start off, I'm going to suggest a car for you to use. The best car to use is the current car that I have right now, which is the Forza Edition Lamborghini Sesto. It has a skills boost that helps with speed and just getting more skill points. So that's the car that I would recommend for you to use. Now, when it comes to what races and events you should use, there are two different ones you can do. Um, we have a skill point farm that you can manually do. It takes about like a minute or so, and you can grind your skill points up that way. Or here's an AFK one that you can do, um, where you could just, if you have a controller, use it, stick a rubber band, or put a coin on your W key for PC, and that'll allow you to grind up these skill points. So just to give you a point of reference for um, how many I have right now, I have 542. So I'll show you the manual one first. So here's the manual one. Here's the share code for you guys to find it: 139710733. And you can even see in the description it says use the Lamborghini Sesto Forza Edition. So that's what we're going to be using. So 542 skill points. We're going to load into it. So use the recommended car, which is my Lamborghini Sesto. It shouldn't be that hard to get this car. You could just sell a bunch of yours, or I think it's around $1 million in the auction house. But that should allow you to be able to pick this car up, and then you'll easily get skill points to beat this thing as you keep doing it. Now, there are some difficulty settings you should do. Set it to unbeatable, assisted braking, auto steering, turn on traction and stability control, automatic shifting, and a full driving line. And that should put you into the position where when you start the race, all you'll have to do is hold down the trigger. You won't have to touch anything else, but just go. So I'm holding down the trigger, and my car is automatically going to go through all of these different obstacles. Now you're actually going to get more skill points and stuff than it's actually even going to be able to show. Like I'm already at 38,000, 39,000. The race is going to end before it finishes counting all this, but you'll know, but you're still going to get it no matter what. So you can see it takes about 30 seconds to beat this whole thing. And then you're good. So you could just keep restarting from right here and you'll still be collecting those skill points. But I'm going to exit out just to show you how much I got in that one little race. So now we're back on the street. You can see your event complete, credits complete, so you know that it actually worked. And then if we go to cars, so I had 542 going into this, and I'm at 553. So in those 30 seconds, I got 11 skill points, which is, it's not bad. It's very efficient. You can just keep repeating that, grinding out your skill points. So 11 in 30 seconds, so that'll be about 20 a minute. So it's a really good rate. You could easily get to the cap of 1,000 in about an hour or so. So it's not a bad position. And I also make sure to always be running these for extra XP and gain 200% boost for your skills. So I always make sure that you're resetting these when you're doing it. But yeah, so you'll be able to use the skill points you get here to max out your Sesto if it's not already maxed out. So now we're at 553. So now we'll move on to the AFK one, if that's more your cup of tea. So the unlimited AFK end with e-brake by Karma Driving. Here's your share code: 194486045. It calls itself the best AFK blueprint. I think it's pretty good. I've used it a bit. In this one, they suggest use the Picani Hire BC Forza Edition with their special tune. I've used it. It's okay. I like using the Sesto. It just makes things easier because you use the Sesto for both of these. But without further ado, let's hop into this one. And same car. Just gonna use the Lamborghini. So now with this one, you're gonna also want to use the same settings as I said before. The assisted braking, auto steering, traction control on, stability control on, shifting automatic, driving line full. And that'll put you into the same position where you could just put a rubber band on and drive. And your car should be able to do this whole lap. And he's got some little notes for you to read at the start of the race. And here he is. He's also going to suggest you use his Hyra, but you can use any car. When I first did this, I didn't even have the Lamborghini yet, so I was using, I think I was using my Camaro I had, because that was my most upgraded car. But all I'm doing is holding down the trigger, and we're just going straight. So it's just a straight circuit, up and down the highway. Now, if you're using a controller, you can press Y. I don't know what the button is for the other one, but now it says the max laps are set to 50, because if you were doing this from 0, at 50 laps, you will not get any more skill points, because you would be probably maxed out if you're using this, because you average about 15 to 20 skill points a lap, and each lap takes about 5-6 minutes. So it takes about 4 or 5 hours AFK to complete this race, which isn't terrible. You can just set it overnight, and in the morning you'll be max skill points, and you can use those to make as much credits as you want. I found doing this for about an hour gets me about 600 skill points, or gets me about like a couple hundred skill points, and I can convert that to a couple million credits, and I'm good. So you really only have to do this a couple times if you're really trying to just get a bit. Now, one other thing is, once you're getting to the end of this highway, I've noticed sometimes that it'll glitch out and your car will run off of the track. Now, sometimes it fixes itself, but other times it doesn't. So I found I periodically check every like half an hour or so, just to make sure that the car hasn't run off the track, because like on this roundabout here, sometimes it'll get thrown off for whatever reason, or at the other end of the highway. So I'm just gonna let this run out, and I'll check back with you guys at the end of the lap. Alright, so we're getting close to the end. Here's another spot where they can get a little glitchy sometimes, but as you can see, it gets through, and then they have this little drifting, this little drift at the end. And that's the end of the lap. So you can see that lap took actually 4 minutes. So once you start upgrading this car and stuff, and you get a good tune for it, you'll really start just cooking it. So it took about four minutes to do this lap. As you can see, he has underneath the lap timers, there's a little skill points thing, so it'll say 20, because that's about the average if you're going absolute max. And yeah, so that's it for this. So we can so all you have to do is e-brake to end the race. So if I press A on Xbox, then I'll end your race. And if you do more than one lap like I did, or like I didn't do here, instead of the time, it'll actually show the average amount of skill points that you should have earned. So now we'll go out here and we'll show you how many skill points I earned in those 4 minutes. All right, so now we're out. So now let's see how many skill points we had. So we had 553 before, and now we're up to 566. So in about 4 minutes of an AFK race, we got 13 skill points, which isn't terrible, particularly for being AFK. So you have the 13 in 4 minutes AFK, or you have the 11 in 30 seconds while doing it. So it's really up to you, and you can do almost both. It's really just up to personal preference. But now let's show you what you can do with those skill points to make a lot of credits. So now we're back at my house, and I'm gonna show you guys how you can use these skill points to make credits. So the first thing you want to do is you want to buy a specific car. Now the car that everybody recommends, and I recommend myself, is a Porsche. So we go to Porsche, and it's the 2015. Oh, it launched me all the way back up, so I'll just go manually. But the car you want is the Porsche Cayman 2015 GTS. That car has one specific thing that makes it super easy to grind credits. Okay, now that I'm back to it, so you can just buy it straight from your menu, your collection, and you can just spam Y and purchase as many as you want. I'm only buying one for the sake of the video. But so now you'll have that car in your garage. So the easiest way to go through and do this is you start in your garage, go to design and paints, and then press choose car, because usually I'll buy 10 to 20 of these at a time. Sort by manufacturer, go to Porsche, and then there's that Porsche that came in GTS that I just bought. So you're gonna select it, so you load up that car, then go to upgrades and tuning, go to car mastery, and then you just want to buy this. So what makes this one special is you got both a wheel spin and a super wheel spin. And it costs about 14 skill points to get both of those spins, and that's how you're going to make all your credits, is these two here. Now on top of that, you've got the 3000 XP from every car that you buy, plus the XP, you get a ton of XP from the races, plus you'll get XP from opening wheel spins. So it's a great way to level up too, as I'm already at 124. So it's or 224 I think. So it's really not bad in terms of leveling up if you care about that. But now we've gotten those two we've got those two spins. So now you can really just get rid of the car. When I'm doing a lot, a key thing that I'll do is I have a design that I made called Give Me Monies. And I'll load that. Here's what it looks like. It's made by me. So you can download it if you want to use it to help organize your garage too. But I'll load the design onto this car. And obviously going through this whole thing can be a whole lot faster, but I'm slowing down for the sake of the video. So then if you go back to choose car, you'll see this already has the library on it. So then I can go to Porsche and then load up the next one. And so all of the non-used ones would be red, Porsche red, and all of the ones that I've already used up and got my spins from would show up in this garbage library that I made. And that's a way I use to organize my garage. And then I'll honestly hold on to these because I like to just throw them in as a gift to people to mess with them. But so this is what the library looks like if you actually really want to use it. It's just yellow windows, brown messed up, the purple rims with the green brakes. Just made something silly, But that's how I used to organize it. So then you go to your spins. You'll get a lot of wheel spins from leveling up too, cause like I said. But the super wheel spins is where it's at. So open up. I'll do my one spin that I got from the thing. So there's 100,000 credits. So you bought the car for 80,000 credits, and you've already made profit. And then your super wheel spin, you'll get those. And there's another 190,000 credits. So you've instantly made 210,000 credits profit from that one car that you bought. And so you would just stack up. So I usually do 10 to 20 at a time. And that's how you rack up millions of credits. So besides that, I've really got nothing else to show you guys. Um, this guy's drifting in my face, but I've got nothing else to show you guys. I hope you guys find these skill point farm useful, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And hopefully, I'll have some more good Forza and other game content coming out soon for you guys. So, it's Spaz Eagle signing off.